Well, that was depressing. Hello again, fellow YouTubers. Solomon Pleasant back for another Breaking Bad episode review. Today we got episode 4 of season 2, Down. I think I know why they call this episode Down. So, Walter's back from the hospital from the last episode, and this episode mainly contains of two things. One is showing Jesse and all the crap he's going through, and the other part is Walter trying to fix things up with Skyler and failing. Just horribly failing. So the first part, which is probably the lighter part of the episode, is showing Walter's family as he tries to interact with his wife and kid and not having the best of luck with it. He's trying to teach his kid how to drive, which is a hit or miss thing. He tries to talk with Skyler to no avail, and Skyler is a terrible person in this episode, okay? She's a terrible person. I mean, granted, the stress probably got to her, but my goodness. My goodness. What a... wow. Just wow. She just completely suspects Walter of everything, which, granted, if we were in her position, we probably would do the same thing, given the situation. But at the same time, you need to get... I mean, wow, I really do not like a character in this episode. At the end of the episode, she's smoking. Which, that is a no-no. The instant I see that, I'm just like, no, does it? I'm like, done. You have failed me as a character. She's a terrible person, okay? She's become a terrible person. And I'm rooting for the guy cooking the meth here, okay? The other part of the episode shows Jesse and his terrible the few days he's had has been he's been having a bad week, okay? He's been having a very bad week. Loses his house. His parents just straight up give up on him. Yeah, he loses everything in his house. He loses everything. He becomes homeless. Tries, living with some other people to no avail. His bike and the rest of his possessions get stolen. Tries to get his truck back. The guy who got the truck from the last episode is holding on to it. Wants a lot of money for it. He has to sleep in there. He gets covered in toilet and those stalls that you walk into when you're at like a parade or something. Those blue porta potties. Yeah, he gets covered in that kind of gunk. Wonderful. And wow. Just wow. My gosh, he's just going through a terrible time right now. And this episode is really depressing. I can understand why it's called Down, because it's so freaking depressing. I mean, I'm watching this entire thing going, wow, this is making me feel really bad. I would dislike it, but it's so depressing that I have to laugh at it, because I'm just like, Jesus. It is really depressing. And since I'm trying to find which episode I like the best and which episode I like the least, this definitely isn't a least liked episode. Because my God, that was... wow. Just wow. I got nothing much else to say for this. This was a really, really sad and depressing episode. And so far the most, sad we've seen is, as I cheat here, trying to look back on the episodes, I think Season 1 Gray Matter was pretty depressing with that whole intervention, or maybe that was Cancer Man. It was one of the two. But I was not as depressed. This was just an all-out depressing episode. It was I laughed a lot, but that's just because I'm a terrible person, I think. Yeah. Oh, hey, my battery died. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I got not much else to say here. This has been Solomon Pleasant. Our next episode will be Breakage. I really hope that this is a lot more upbeat than the last one. This has been Solomon Pleasant, signing off. Jesus.